Allinson. I'm the co-owner and founder of EPiC Auditors. I worked within the Inspectorate at the MHRA for almost 20 years and then I decided to go as a self-employed pharmaceutical consultant. And at that time I very quickly realised that there was a huge demand for ex-inspectors to provide support and advice and information to the pharmaceutical industry on how to achieve compliance, improve their systems, but more importantly, to meet what the regulators were expecting them to meet in terms of standards and actually what it looked like in practice.
I'm Darren Jones, one of the co-owners and co-founders of EPiC. I've been in the industry for about 34 years. Started out in QC microbiology a long time ago and had roles in production, QA. I was a transitional clinical trials QP, permanent provisions QP, various corporate roles. Then I joined the MHRA as an inspector, accredited in many different dosage forms, but steriles, aseptics are primarily my core area of interest throughout my career. Since I left the MHRA, I've been involved in various things as a consultant: remediation projects, training, mock inspection, inspection preparation, supplier audits, training, whatever improvement projects, gap analysis clients may require.
Hello, I'm Richard Andrews and I'm EPiC's Managing Director. I joined EPiC 4 years ago, and prior to that I worked for the MHRA within the Inspectorate for 18 years.
I'm Nicola Jones, I'm the Director of Finance at EPiC Auditors, and I'm proud to have been associated with EPiC since 2018. Prior to that I worked at AstraZeneca for over 33 years in both QC, QA roles across commercial and development departments.
As many of EPiC's consultants are former MHRA inspectors, our unique selling point is the performance of mock inspections by former inspectors, and this is a service that many of our clients utilise as part of their inspection preparation activities. And it's certainly something that we would advocate that organisations actually engage these services, but also get in touch in plenty of time so that they're able to address any issues that are identified in good time before the regulator arrives on site. On the flip side, a lot of our work also involves helping companies that are going through remediation. And this would be following an adverse inspection where critical and major deficiencies have been identified by the regulator. And as you can imagine, this is a very stressful situation. But certainly the feedback that we've had from clients that have engaged with us during this period, and we've certainly allayed a number of their fears and helped them actually move to the state of compliance that is expected.
We've worked with over 300 different companies in over 20 different countries that we visited. We've worked with the very biggest of pharmaceutical companies, from the top 3 or 4 all the way down to very small organisations with just a handful of people. We've even had people approach us with an idea and they want to gain an MIA and they wanted our support to do that. So on those jobs we've been able to get in early, help with design their quality systems, help them fabricate and structure those systems, oversee their processes, oversee perhaps facility design, build, qualification, and then ultimately we've often gone on to provide QPs or RPs as may be required. We operate across the different GXPs. GMP is about 90% of what we do, but we also support GDP, PV, GLP and GCP. A lot of the tasks that we've been asked to do fit into one of our standard models. Maybe it's a supplier assurance audit, maybe it's a mock inspection. But we're also very happy to work with clients to do things of a more bespoke nature. So for example, one client wanted benchmarking of their aseptic facilities based around the world, and so I visited a number of sites globally, and all I did during those week-long evaluations was assess the aseptic practices, aseptic behaviours of their staff, and provide a report that benchmarked so that senior management could evaluate areas for improvement and learn from which sites had something to contribute in terms of raising the standard. We rely heavily on collaboration within EPiC. So within our management team, within our consultant team, collaboration is key to work hand in hand with the clients to meet their requirements. We do have a lot of ex-inspectors in our consultant team and our employees, and as ex-MHRA inspectors we're primarily generalists, but we also have some very specialist skills. Specialist consultants with skills in sterilisation, qualification and validation, engineering, and we also have access to ex-MHRA assessors. So we can cover the full spectrum of requirements for clients.
Highest priority is patient safety, and by helping our clients to improve their processes, their products, their systems, we believe that we are ultimately improving the quality of the products and medicines that are delivered to the public in our country, in Europe and the world. Our clients have been very positive and complimentary about the services that we deliver, and I'm very proud of what we've achieved in 10 years. I think we truly deserve and live up to the EPiC name.
Looking back over the 4 years that I've worked with EPiC, something that's given me the most satisfaction is really how the organisation has grown and developed over those 4 years. And I think looking ahead, we can only continue in that vein.
When we look to the future with EPiC, it's interesting to just look back and realise how small the business was when Liz and I started with that very first job. We have grown very quickly and organically, largely through word of mouth and recommendation. In terms of what the future holds, I see that growth profile continuing. We're getting lots of referrals from existing clients, so I see that growth continuing. But I think there are also opportunities for us to expand the offerings or increase the percentage of work we do in the non-GMP disciplines, GLP, PV for example. Whatever the future holds, it will be very reliant on excellent people, as the last 10 years have been. And to that end, I would just like to thank Liz, firstly for having the idea of EPiC and for inviting me to be part of it. Thank you, Liz. I'd like to thank all of the people who have worked for us as employees over the years. I'd like to thank the consultants. We have a wide team of consultants who support EPiC very well and are a joy to work with. And I would also like to thank our clients for contacting EPiC, for putting their faith in us, at times putting their business future in our hands to some degree, and for giving us the opportunity to help them when required. So thank you to all, and I look forward to working with you over the next 10 years.